Good morning everyone. Myself Kausar Momin, 9th standard subject Science 1. Chapter number 1, Laws of Motion. I hope all of you have understood which I explained in the last lecture. Motion, distance and displacement, acceleration. These three topics I have covered in the last lecture. Still, if you don't understand anything, any topic which you don't understand, so you can WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is 9867985067. So we will go ahead with the another topic. In the last lecture we studied up to positive, negative and zero acceleration. Now today we are starting with new topic, very interesting, that is distance time graph for uniform motion. I feel you know the meaning of uniform motion, which I have shown you in the last video. If the time and distance are having a specific variance, equal variance between their time and distance, so it comes with uniform motion. Now we have to cover with graph, how to draw its graph. All these things we are discussing today itself. So distance time graph for uniform motion. In this table few things is given. First we will discuss that one and we will go ahead with the graph part. See, time and distance. You have to imagine in your mind, some car is having a speed, so it is covering its distance with specific time. Obviously when time is 0, there is no distance, car is not covering any distance because it is not getting started. That is why time is also 0 and distance is also 0. After 10 minutes the car gets started. After 10 minutes car is covering 15 meter distance. After 20 minutes car covered 30 meter distance. After 30 minutes car covered 45 meter distance. In this way, so on, time is going on and its distance is also going on. Now you can observe here between this time variation a proper difference is there. If you will do 20 minus 10, 10 difference is there. If you will do 30 minus 20, 10 difference is there. So this difference is common. So it is going with uniformly. With respect to its distance also, after 15 meter 30 meter is there. After 30 meter 45 meter is there. Here also difference of distance is 15 meter. Means there is no variation. A common difference is there between its distance and time. So we can say that it has a uniform motion. It has uniform motion. So now we will go ahead with the graph, how to draw its graph. Now we are having time and distance. You may have studied in algebra and all how to draw graph. So we made x-axis and y-axis. For the same, on x-axis we are taking time and y-axis we are taking distance. So as to see this time and distance, this variation 0, 10, 20, as per that we have written over here 10, 20, 30 and all. And for distance we should keep a specific criteria for the distance. So that is why I have taken 20, 40 and all. You can keep 10, 20, 30 also, but there should be a space on your graph. Okay, as per space you can adjust this distance, meters, distance and time. So here with x-axis 1 centimeter, as you have taken 1 centimeter as you have taken 10 second because time is there. Okay, and on y-axis 1 centimeter you have taken 20 meter. So you can write over here 20 meter. So I'll cover this part in the video. You will understand very nicely over there. I'll show you to graph description, overall graph description for uniform motion as well as non-uniform motion. Both I'll cover in the video part. So let's go ahead with the video. distance time graph for uniform motion. The following table shows the distances covered by a car in fixed time intervals. Draw a graph of distance against time taking along the x-axis and distance along the y-axis. Time in seconds 0, distance in meters 0. Time in seconds 10, distance in meters 15. Time in seconds 20, distance in meters 30. Time in seconds 30, distance in meters 45. Time in seconds 40, distance in meters 60. Time in seconds 50, distance in meters 75. Time in seconds 60, distance in meters 90. Time in seconds is 70, distance in meters 105. An object in uniform motion covers equal distances in equal time intervals. Thus, the graph between distance and time is a straight line. Use your brain power. In the distance time graph above, what is the slope indicate? For non-uniform motion, the following table shows the distances covered by a bus in equal time intervals. Draw a graph of distance against time, taking the time along the x-axis and distance along the y-axis. Thus, the graph shows a direct proportionality between distance and time. Time in seconds 0, distance in meters 0. Time in second 5, distance in meters 7. Time in second 10, distance in meters 12. Time in second 15, distance in meters 20. Time in seconds 20, distance in meters 30. Time in second 25, distance in meters 41. Time in seconds 30, distance in meters 50. Times in second 35, distance in meters 58. Here, the distance changes non-uniformly with time. Thus, the bus is having non-uniform motion. Use your brain power. What difference you see in the distance time graph for uniform and non-uniform motion? Velocity time graph for uniform velocity. A train is moving with a uniform velocity of 60 km per hour for 5 hours. The velocity time graph for this uniform motion is shown in figure 1. With the help of the graph, how will you determine the distance covered by the train between 2 and 4 hours? 2. Is there a relation between the distance covered by the train between 2 and 4 hours and the area of a particular quadrangle in the graph? What is the acceleration of the train? Velocity time graph for uniform acceleration. The changes in the velocity of a car in specific time intervals are given in the following table. Time in seconds 0, velocity in meter per second 0, time in seconds 5, velocity in meter per second 8, Time in seconds 10. Velocity in meter per second 16. Time in second 15. Velocity in meter per second 24. Time in seconds 20. Velocity in meter per second 32. Time in second 25. Velocity in meter per second 40. Time in second 30. Velocity in meter per second 48. Time in second 35. Velocity in meter per second 56. The velocity time graph in figure shows that 1. The velocity changes by equal amount in equal time intervals. Thus, this is uniformly accelerated motion. How much the velocity changes every 5 minutes. 2. For all uniformly accelerated motions, the velocity time graph is a straight line. For non-uniformly accelerated motions, the velocity time graph may have any shape depending on how the acceleration changes with time. From the graph, we can determine the distance covered by the car between the 10th and 20th seconds, and as we did in the case of train in the previous example, the difference is that the velocity of the car is not constant, unlike that of the train, but it is continuously changing because of uniform acceleration. In such a case, we have to use the average velocity of the car in the given time interval to determine the distance covered in that interval. From the graph, the average velocity of the car equal to 36 plus 16 divided by 2 is equals to 24 meter per second. Multiplying this by the time interval, that is 10 seconds, gives us the distance covered by the car. Distance covered is equals to 24 meter per second multiplied by 10 second is equals to 240 meter. Check that similar to the example of the train, the distance covered is given by the area of quadrangle ABCD. Area of quadrangle ABCD is equals to area of quadrangle AECD plus area of triangle ABE. Using graphical method. Newton studied motion of an object and gave a set of 3 equations of motion. These relate the displacement, velocity and acceleration and time of an object moving along a straight line. Suppose an object is in motion along a straight line with initial velocity u. It attains a final velocity v in time t. Due to acceleration, a its displacement is s. The 3 equations of motion can be written as v is equals to u plus at. This is the relation between velocity and time. S is equals to ut plus half a t square. This is the relation between displacement and time. V square is equals to u square plus 2as. This is the relation between displacement and velocity. Let us try to obtain these equations by the graphical method. Equation describing the relation between velocity and time. Figure shows the change in velocity with time of a uniformly accelerated object. The object starts from point D in the graph with velocity u.
Its velocity keeps increasing, and after time t, it reaches the point B on the graph. The initial velocity of the object u is equals to OD. The final velocity of the object is equals to V is equals to OC. Time t is equals to OE. Acceleration A is equals to change in velocity upon time, which is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time, which is equals to OC minus OD upon T. Therefore, CD is equals to AT1 OC minus OD is equals to CD. Draw a line parallel to y-axis using through B. This will cross the line x-axis in E. Draw a line parallel to the x-axis passing through D. This will cross the line BE at A. From the graph, BE is equal to AB plus AE. Therefore, B is equal to CD plus OD. AB is equals to CD and AE is equals to OD. Therefore, V is equal to AT plus U from 1. Therefore, V is equals to U plus AT. This is the first equation of motion.
Here we described first equation, which is V is equals to U plus AT with the help of this velocity time graph. Now we will go ahead with another one, which is equation describing by the relation between displacement and time, which means we have to describe this equation, which is displacement and time, which is S is equals to UT plus half AT square. So to describe this, we are using again this graph. We are taking help of this graph. You can observe here this graph. I have shown you in the video that this graph describes you. It gives you an idea for on x-axis time is there, on a y-axis velocity is there. With a specific time, here from your initial velocity is started. With respect to time, it has a variation, changes is there, right? So we are getting this type of graph. Now we will find it out another relation between displacement and time. So this is second equation, and here we solve first equation, which I have shown you in the video. Now to solve this second equation, please observe here, it is very important. Let us suppose that an object in uniform acceleration A and it has covered the distance s within time t. Let me show you how acceleration within time t is covering. Here you can observe, when the velocity is changing with respect to time, definitely we are getting an acceleration. When the velocity is changing with respect to time, we are getting over there acceleration. When the velocity is changing with respect to time, we are getting what? Acceleration. And this acceleration, we have taken a relation of acceleration has covered the distance s and time t. From graph, above graph, which is 1.9, the distance covered by the object during time t is given by the area of quadrangle DOEB. This DOEB, this is the area which gives you a relation for the same. So that means we have to find this area. Okay. So to find that, we are taking area S, which is displacement. S is equals to area of quadrangle DOEB. So obviously if this is quadrangle, we cannot find direct area of this quadrangle. So we have to divide this area, this your quadrangle DOEB. So we have to divide this area in two parts. One is of rectangle, this rectangle DOEA, and other one is this triangle DAB. If you will divide these two areas, then you are having a very nice formula for the same for area of rectangle and for area of triangle. So we can find out these two areas and we can add these two areas, then we will get this whole quadrangle. Understood? So we are doing this thing over here. You can observe here, area of rectangle DOEA plus area of triangle DAB. To find area of quadrangle DOEB, we are dividing this area into rectangle and triangle. Now we are having a formula for the same for area of rectangle is AE into OE. Base into height. And for triangle, half into base into height, which is a basic formula AB into DA. Half into base into height. Half into base into height. AB into height is AD. Okay. So now we will substitute the values for the same over here. Now tell me, we have to substitute the values instead of AE, OE and all. So we will go ahead with the diagram as well as this description. First of all, we will see what is AE. So let's go ahead with your diagram, which is your figure. What is AE? What is AE? You can observe here, this is exactly parallel to distance OD, and which I have explained in last figure. OD is initial velocity, right? So initial velocity we always use U. So hence instead of AE also we can use U. So AE is equals to U, we are taking over here. AE is equals to U. Now what is OE? Let me show you in figure. OE, you can observe here that is what is OE. OE is time, and time we are taking as T. So hence instead of OE we are taking T. Now next, what is OE? We can say that OE and DA is equals to T. You can observe here in this figure, OE and DA both are parallel to each other. So whatever distance, whatever time OE is taking, that much time is taken by DA also. So OE is equals to DA, we can write both are equal. So that is why I am writing over here that OE is equals to DA is equals to T. Now next is AB is equals to AT. Here you can write from this equation. I told you already, OE is equals to this distance. This AB is 80 from equation 1, which we already solved. Let me clear you again this thing. Here we have solved acceleration is equals to change in velocity upon time. This is a very basic and common formula for acceleration. A is equals to change in velocity V by T. So from this we are getting, we solved over here and we are getting CD is equals to AT. Okay, so CD and AB both are equal. This CD CD and AB both are equal. So in the previous equation we solved this CD. You can observe again, you will go in previous lecture and you can observe previous part of the lecture, and you can observe how we are getting CD over here. It is very clearly written over here that final velocity minus initial velocity. I solved this thing. OC minus OD is equals to CD. OC, this total distance, minus OD. So we are getting this much portion. Okay, so this portion is CD, and this CD is equals to, we are getting over here 80. If you are not getting this part, please message me. I will explain you again and again this part. Okay, and this CD is equals to AB. So in the next equation, instead of AB, I am taking from this equation 1 as a CD. AB is equals to CD, both are equal. Hence instead of AB I can write 80. So here you can observe, here instead of AB I am writing 80. From equation 1 I am getting. Now I will substitute all these things in my equation. Here I am taking this equation over here. S is equals to AE is U, OE is T, U multiply by T, plus half. Instead of AB I am writing 80, and instead of this dA I am writing T. Okay, so I have substituted all these things. Now I'll go ahead with this equation. That is, S is equals to UT plus half. This 80 multiplied by, again next T is 80 square. So that is why my Newton's second law of equation is UT plus half 80 square. So this is your second equation explanation. So afterwards I will give you the homework also, but during that, whatever I am teaching you, you have to write all these teaching parts, like whatever equation and all I am teaching. That if you are writing this equation, then you can understand this equation very nicely. So make a homework notebook. In that you have to write your homework whenever I am sending you PDF. So chapter wise homework you have to write. And next, with that also, whatever teaching part is there every day, whatever things I am teaching to you, like type of equations and all, that also you have to write. Likewise, suppose first example, you have to write this two equation describing the relation between velocity and time, this, and this is number 1, and number 2 is this. This two equation you have to write in your notebook. Okay, whatever you are making for notebook of science 1, in that book itself you have to write down name of chapter and put a date, and or the specific date whatever I am giving you homework, that you have to write. And afterwards, whenever after completing the chapter, I am sending you the PDF of the exercise, that also you have to write in that book. Okay, hope I am clear with all the things. If you are not getting any part, please message me, please WhatsApp me on my number. I'll clear you personally each and everything. Thank you.